Hello and welcome to the Rupee Rakshak news of 22nd September 2023. This is a news for investors from a registered financial advisor. So this is authentic, unbiased and news that you can use. Now let us look at the Indian equity markets this week. Nifty have one common problem with their equity investments. They have demat accounts and they have a number of stocks in them which they have bought through either their broker research recommendations or because their friends recommended them. So some of them are managing them actively, making changes in their equity portfolios once in a while, but most of them have left it rot in the equity portfolios and never looked at them in a long time. So how does Rupee Rakshak make equity investing easier for such investors?
Very interesting question, Raghu, because this is something that most of the people who come to us also in FinMo and Rupee Rakshak, they come with this baggage of existing accounts, and they have 10 stocks, 20 stocks, 30 stocks that they are holding from 3 years, 5 years, and they are very unhappy that they are not seeing substantial growth and they are not sure what to do with it. In fact, in Mumbai, we had a client, a Gujarati client who is also a CA. You will not believe, for an amount of 13-14 lakhs, he had 350 stocks.
Oh my God.
That's a record, holding that I have seen. Anybody having maximum number of stocks, 300 stocks. And the page that he shared, the list of the stocks, it went into some 14-15 pages. In fact, many research houses would not have this many stocks in their research. Forget about individual doing the research. In fact, the biggest research house in India, like Motilal Oswal Research, has about 200 stocks in their coverage, research coverage. So the question is, how do I manage this stock investing? Because it's very daunting task. You never know. You think some stock will do well, some friend has made money, he will tell you, I made 10%, 15% growth in 4 days, 5 days, why don't you invest? By the time you go and invest, and after that it starts falling. It falls another 10% and then you can't exit because you are in loss. Then you wait 3 months. You keep watching, what is happening to it, is there any good news? So you are hoping that the stock will come up, and you are holding, and you will become a long-term investor by holding that stock. So what people should do if they have this kind of stock holding in their portfolio? First and foremost, whenever you say it is investing, you have to have a plan in place. Why are you investing? What is your purpose? What returns you want to get? And which kind of stocks will give what kind of return at what risk? This is the science of investing. Not only in stocks, in anything for that matter. So you need to know what is your objective, whether that is possible to achieve in a particular stock. The common mistake most of the people do is they invest only in one stock, 2 stock or 3 stocks, and they are trading their fortunes with that. Because you always should invest in a portfolio of stocks. You should never risk all your money in one place. So first and foremost is, do you have a portfolio of stocks?
Okay.
Now the question is, how do you create the portfolio? To create a portfolio, it requires a lot of understanding, analytics, and understanding what is currently running, whether what has been in the past, what is likely to be the future price growth in the selected stocks, and for what reasons these stocks will go up in the next 3 years or 5 years. So that is a very big research. So what we have done, for a person with 3 lakhs or 5 lakh rupees, it does not really make any sense, Raghu, to go and do all the research in the life. And research is not one time. Even if you do it for 3 months and learn, see all the YouTube videos, you can't stop it. If you stop it for 7 days, you are outdated in the market, because it's so dynamic. The markets are very dynamic. If you leave it for 1 month, it is gone case. It's like that, Jesudas, Even today he practices 4 hours music every day, and if he stops, he will not give the same quality. You can check Tendulkar, all these great people, they practice. So investing is equally serious. So yeah, unless you want to be an expert yourself, why do you want to waste time for your 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs, even a crore, 2 crore? It is not worth doing the research. Whereas we in Rupee Rakshak, hundreds of crores we manage for clients, and it is worth doing all the research. And at a small cost of 0.5%, 1%, you get advantage of the expert research. Now, what to do with your stock holdings in your demat account? That is the question. And answering to that, you have to come to rupeerakshak.com. Reason is, we have made it very easy how to invest in stock baskets. It is even an 8th standard student can invest if he understands the basics. All that you need to do, go to rupeerakshak.com and click on the baskets, stock baskets. There are stock baskets, there are mutual fund baskets, bond baskets. Stock baskets, when you click, you find a filter. Now, in the filter, that is very important, you select, there are 3 categories. One is the market cap category. That means whether you want to invest in large cap, big companies, mid cap, medium size companies, or a small cap. For you to create a portfolio in each of this is very, very difficult task to do. So already Rupee Rakshak research team has done that and given you the past performance also. So there are 32 baskets under equity for you to invest. And all these 32 baskets ka previous performance is available. For you, easy to make decision is returns. As a common investor, I cannot decide on the stock portfolio analysis and all that. Easiest, we say that, the proverb, the proof of pudding is in the eating. If the portfolio is good, it should give good performance.
Yeah.
So what is that? You go and see the performance in 1 week, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. This is a pretty long period for any stock portfolio for you to know what is the trend, what is happening in that particular segment.
Okay.
If you look at large cap as a segment, see what is the trend in the returns. Is it bigger in 6 months? Is it bigger in 1 year? Is it bigger in 3 years? So you will also get an idea what is the kind of returns you can expect in a longer period. If you see in 1 week, in 1 month, you will see some negative returns. Please look for that negative returns. See, stock investing is always, the very first principle is, you should buy low, sell high.
Okay.
So how do you always look at what is giving high returns, don't look at that. Look at what is given lowest return in 3 months and 6 months period. If you want to invest for 3 months or 6 months period. But if you want to invest for long term, don't look at anything. Look at 3 years, 5 years period. For just your confidence level, look at least 1 year return. Choose, there is a details in the view page. You go who should invest, who should not invest. That's very, very important. We have very clearly put, if you are like this, you should not invest. If you have this expectation, if you should not invest in this basket, probably nobody else will put that way. We are very clear that we don't want you to get into wrong product. So go through the multi-cap baskets. There are sector baskets. Then there are thematic baskets. Everything is under a common set of objectives. Every theme, these stocks will behave in a common way. So we are making things simple for you, that there are already sections that are created. It's very easy. Anybody who is well-read person can easily understand if you read the short description for the basket, long description, and what are the characteristics of that particular basket. Read this and understand. It's your money and you must spend some time to understand. Once you understand, figure it out which basket to invest. You should close all your demat account holdings. Never may take a second thinking also. Because people don't take decisions, Raghu, that is the problem. Most of the time, they want to do good things, but they will say, let me think about it, think about it, think about it. And they'll never take action.
Okay.
One of my client, he said a wonderful thing about us, about Rupee Rakshak in one of the meetings. He was the chief guest. He said, we are all like, normally clients. People, common people, they are like this Ravanas. Means not the bad character,
Okay.
10 heads.
All right.
So we think from 10 different
Oh,
people.
yeah.
So my wife said this, okay, then I should think like that. I think she's making a point. My brother said this, I think I should also think about it. And my father-in-law said this, I think I should not invest in banking sector. So you think, you have 10 heads. So you think from 10 heads, but you have only 2 hands. Ravana had 2 hands, 10 heads. So this is the problem of the common man. Now what you should do? In fact, the guest who spoke about this, he said, you should become like Rupee Rakshak, who is like Durga. Now what Durga? Durga has only 1 head, but she has 20 hands.
Okay.
So she will do things quickly. You don't keep thinking, shall I do or not, shall I do? You just act. So life finance is all about taking quick decisions, being with the right person, right people, right guide, and taking action. So what you should do, you have Demat account, you have 10 stocks, 20 stocks, 30 stocks, you are confused which will go up, which will not go up. Why do you want to take chance?
And some may be doing very well there and some may be down. So what you are suggesting is, irrespective of that, if you are holding since long time, close them and redo your investment.
Absolutely. What happens is, you know at least why it is performing. Suppose you have taken a large cap stock basket, you invested, it did not do well.
Okay.
But it's not that the life is over for you. You watch, you close if it doesn't do well, close it and get into other baskets which are doing well. One thing which is very interesting about the Rupee Rakshak baskets is, you cannot have a basket which is not performing in any situation. Even during COVID, if you see, when entire markets were falling, pharma sector was doing exceedingly well. Technology was doing exceedingly well. We have a pharma basket, there is a tech basket, there is automobile, there is every single thing under sector baskets. So if you keep watching for the last 1 week returns, 3 months returns, 6 months return, you will find amazing picks. See, picking a stock is very, very difficult. Picking a segment is easy. And if one stock performs, entire segment performs, every stock in that segment will perform. So that is the safer way of doing things. And your hard-earned money of 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, whatever you have in your Demat account, it should make sense for you. It should do well. If not in all these years, in coming years, you should not lose out.
So thank you, Mohan, for your insights on the equity investing through Rupee Rakshak baskets.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that was the updates on the equity markets this week. Thank you for watching this week's episode. Please keep coming back every Friday at the same time.